What's up, y'all? And if you hear that watery sound, that was the reason I didn't do a video yesterday. It rained like crazy in the spot I do videos at. There's a bit of a puddle. But, because it's gonna take all fucking day to dry, I just said fuck it. Sorry if you're hearing fucking cars, but I just said fuck it, I'll do the video. But, so today, I am gonna be reviewing First Strike. Sorry about that. Anyway, um, but yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing First Strike, and then I'm gonna push this video to tomorrow, since it makes more sense to do it on the first day of the year. I'll be doing my most anticipated movies, sorry, of 2022. So that'll be tomorrow. Sunday, I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a music related video. It'll be my top 5 rock metal vocalists of all time. I might make it to 10. We'll see. And then Monday will be. I think I'll be doing Super Cop. So I'm gonna be backtracking and do some of those more the police story movies because First Strike I found out is actually a part of a series of movies. So I'm gonna backtrack and watch some of those. So I'll probably next week do either Super Cop or I'll do the first police story, either or. But yeah, I'll be doing those. So that'll be Monday. But First Strike, man, this movie is fucking fun. I had a conversation with forgot, I think it was with Blake, who always is in my comments, and brought up a good point. This movie does have a fucking Bond feel to it, like the Russian set pieces, like especially that opening with the where they raided the fucking, because they were trying to get the nuclear warhead, and there was like a setup, and you get this like giant, you know, firefight, and you got these dudes in like they covered it because it's in ice. You got these dudes covered in white. Very Bond. It does have a Bond feel to it, especially the final part where they're fighting in the underwater tank with the sharks. I genuinely like this movie. I think the action is great. Jackie Chan is the man. This is a few years before he became big in America. This was before Rush Hour. But I remember really I watched this movie the first time when I was really young, but I didn't remember the whole thing. I remember like the part where he fought Annie's guards. I remember that part of the movie, but then yeah. But I definitely had fun with this one, and I watched it on Monday, and I was gonna initially review it Monday, but then something came up, and then I had to push the review to today. So I decided to watch it yesterday to rewatch it. And it still holds up. The fight scenes are fun. It's just an all around fun movie. But yeah, the main story is a Hong Kong police officer named Jackie works for the CIA, and he has to retrieve stolen nuclear warhead in Russia. But it's revealed that the organization he's working for is actually the bad guy. So it's a very all around fun movie. Fun set pieces, fun fight scenes. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be having fun going more into his other stuff. Because it's fun to like review some of his older. Same with Jet Li. Going back and reviewing some of their older stuff before they became big. The big name actors we know. So, but here we go. Before I actually get into the review, I just wanted to say a thank you to everybody. Sorry about that. I had lunch. Sorry. But I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's helped make my channel big the last year, and wish everyone a happy new year. And like one of my videos, my Mummy review, which I did back in July, is now at 10,000. I don't know the exact number, but it's at 10K. Or a bit over 10K now. And I want to thank you, like, making my year a good year. All the people who comment in my comment section, all the people I've met throughout the year. I want to thank Drunk for help making my channel big by, like, shouting me out. And the thing is, he didn't have to do that, so just wanted to say thank you and give my final thank yous before of the year. So, but other than that, we will let's kick off the review. So the movie opens up with Jackie doing an investigation, and he's working with the CIA. There's a joint thing with the Hong Kong police and the CIA, and they're tracking down this nuclear smuggling case, and they track down this woman named Natasha. And Jackie's basically his mission is to follow this woman to wherever she goes. He follows her, and she meets with a guy who has the weapons, and it turns out they're like a couple. And she gives him the weapon, and they like kind of go their separate ways, and he goes to drop it off. He follows them to a remote lodge in the mountains, and calls the CIA when they start this sting. And then the male is meeting with Russian mafia about money. Then he turns on them, shoots a few of them, and then there are people hiding in the snow. We get this giant shit fight, which is a really fun fight scene. If not a Bond movie, at least like a spy movie. Like, even though he's a police officer, which is pretty crazy, and Jackie takes out a few of the guys, and then they chase the unknown male with this is where it's revealed the unknown male's name is Jackson, and they find the briefcase with, I think that's supposed to be the warhead. Oh no, it's not the warhead. It's with evidence. So he takes it. Then when we get a shit fight, Jackie almost makes it to a helicopter, but then the helicopter gets shot down by the mafia forces. Then Jackie has to hide in cold water while they shoot at him, and then they take the briefcase and they fly away. Then, after recovering in the hospital, he meets Colonel Gregor, more on him later, and Gregor of the FSB, which is the KGB, basically, that's what he calls it. And they basically ask him to go with him to Moscow because he has to retrieve basically a similar case. What happened last time, a warhead is smuggled into the Ukraine and he has to retrieve it. Or at least it's what it seems like. He has to track Jackson and his father, and then so they relocate him to Australia. So it's kind of cool to shoot. They shot the film in Australia. You could tell the dubbing is wonky at some points, but it's fine. I don't mind that, especially like the older foreign films. They didn't have the same resources, so it's fine. Like, I can accept if the dubbing isn't 100% the best. But so while there, we meet Jackson's little sister Annie, who works at an aquarium, and it was even kind of a cool way to introduce her because she's like a scuba diver, which is gonna be important. And you see like that she works with sharks, and Uncle Seven is seriously ill, and Jackie goes with her because he poses as, he doesn't tell her that he's a cop, and he goes with her to meet Uncle. This is where Jackie reveals himself. Uncle Seven says, "No, I don't know. He doesn't know what's going on." So, but after that, Jackie gets in trouble with Annie because he lied about being a cop, and then he kind of gets told to fuck off, and then Jackson takes Annie into the room and tells her that he gives her this thing that looks like a scuba thing, but it's actually a nuclear warhead that he's stashing. So he talks to her for a bit, and then the next scene, Jackie talks with Gregor about Uncle Seven. So Jackson, the next day, I think, I think before that you get a kind of like a fun chase scene where Jackie is in his apartment, and then it gets stormed into, by these dudes. I think it's Gregor's men, but they don't tell you because he's basically framed for the murder of Uncle. Okay, I jumped ahead a bit. So a scene before, Jackie is following Annie, but then Jackson takes him at gunpoint, and you get kind of a funny scene where Jackie's singing. He's forced to like strip and shit, and it's actually a pretty funny scene. This was even movies like this. This was at a time when movies knew how to do humor and didn't just beat a joke, or they didn't like throw a joke in at a shit time. They actually knew how to like, let's put a joke at the right moment. Then so Jackson, after Jackson takes like his stuff and forces him to destroy like his stuff, and says he's working with Gregor, and then I think he leaves off. Oh, and then this is also where it's revealed that Gregor is kind of the bad guy, and that he's been played, that he's not an actual agent, that he's a. So Jackson leaves. Then, while out, Jackie is framed for the murder of Uncle Seven, and these guys sent to kill him fight Jackie and chase him. You get this fun fight scene because he's running from like this big ass dude, and he's like climbing this apartment building, climbing into rooms. It's pretty fucking cool. Into umbrellas. Like Jackie Chan, the stunts this man will do for movies, it's crazy, and it doesn't matter the movie. And every point in his career, he will do it. Like, and that's why, like, to me, he's the man. So he manages to escape. And he has to clear his name, so he decides to go to Annie and tell her he didn't do it, but she still acts like he did. And then this is the fight scene that I pretty much remember watching the first time. Was Jackie's men, because they're like her bodyguards, start fighting him, and Jackie using like tables and using a bunch of elements, like Jackie Chan. Like that's the part I really remember, and it's just so fun. That's why I've been having fun with this and Jet Li movies. Is the fight scenes are so fucking good, and I can just sit there and just watch them. Even though Jackie Chan's, I'll admit, his movies are nowhere like Jet Li. Well, like, especially some of his later stuff, there can be fucking violent. Like, fucking Unleashed, it was pretty fucking brutal. Like, I don't think you're gonna get something like that in Jackie Chan movies. Especially some of them are kind of comedic, but it's still fucking done well. So after Jackie Chan decides to kind of give up and Annie's men are charging, Jackson comes and informs them that no, he didn't. That Jackie wasn't the one who killed their killed Uncle Seven. Then this is where we get the reveal that Jackson used to work in the CIA, and he turned him into a double agent, and that Gregor is the real bad guy, and he still wants to get the money. But then Annie, overhearing the conversation, gets all emotional, and then Jackson agrees to help Jackie get evidence. And they decide to work together to stop Gregor, so they meet him. But while on the way, Gregor's men kidnap Annie, while Gregor is having a discussion with Jackson, and we get like, and this is where it's also revealed Gregor was the one who killed his grandfather, and then Jackson's about to try to kill Gregor, and then Gregor reveals he has Annie. Then Jackie, hiding in stilts, saves her. This whole sequence is fun. He's just like kicking motherfuckers with stilts. It's so fucking hilarious. So we get this giant chase. Jackson's men is chasing Annie and Jackie. Really fun. The simple thing about this movie, it's just a fun ride. That's like not it. The writing isn't necessarily like amazing, and it's like fucking like tight writing, but who fucking cares? It's just a fun You get fun fight scenes. You get a fun set piece. It's just all around. So Jackie manages to save Annie while Gregor ends up, I think, gets shot. Um, ends up getting injured. Um, and then Annie and Jackie decide to go back to the aquarium because they gotta get they gotta get the warhead. But Gregor's men are already there. They chase Annie and Jackie into after Jackie beats on one of Gregor's men, like this big dude. He then goes into the water, and then Gregor's men trace him into the water, and we get this fucking fun underwater fight scene. And you got like the sharks swimming around. It's really fucking fun. It's really fucking awesome. It's just, and then Gregor shoots the window. Everyone gets out. They end up taking Annie and the warhead. Jackie has to save some tourists from the shark, and then Gregor and his men get on the boat, seemingly getting away, and then Jackie steals a fucking car, because I guess there's like a car show happening, and then he fucking drives the car on a ramp and just fucking rams the fucking boat. Takes the warhead, basically gets congratulated, he retrieves it. Gregor and Jackson get imprisoned. Jackie gets congratulated on his work. Movie ends. Really fun movie, man. It's just simple. It's not amazing. It's just a fun karate movie, and I've just been having fun with this movie. And this is a movie I feel like I should have watched years ago. Like, I should have watched more. Because it's just all around, just like the fighting is fun, the set pieces are fun. I actually wouldn't. Apparently there was another one after this, like, that's tied with the police story, but I don't think I've ever seen it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I'm definitely gonna go down the road and watch those other movies. So out of 10, I would probably give this maybe I give this one an 8. For I consider it kind of a spy movie, even though he's not a spy. The main thing I liked is the set pieces. Considering I would assume the budget was probably not that big. But for what they had to work with is it still looks pretty good. So sorry guys. But yeah, I definitely recommend this movie if you really like Jackie Chan and you just want to watch like Jackie Chan do some stunts. And the movie's not long. It's paced pretty good. So, but yeah, guys, that's my review of this movie, of First Strike. Like I mentioned, an 8 out of 10. My next Jackie Chan movie, like I said, will be, I'll either do the first Police Story, I'll just go back and watch the first one, or I'll just do Super Cop. And I'm leaning more towards, I think I'll do Police Story. I'll go back. It makes more sense to do it that way. So yeah, I'll just do Police Story next week. Tomorrow, I will be doing my most anticipated movies of 2022. It'll probably only be 4 or 5, because I can't think of 10. So, but yeah, guys, that'll be my video tomorrow. But other than that, I want to wish y'all a happy new year, and I definitely hope we have a good year next year. And I want to thank y'all for helping me make my channel. And yeah. But other than that, cheers. Fuck Warner Brothers. Fuck Disney. Fuck LeBitch James. Fuck Colin Kaepernick. Fuck Seth Rogen. Fuck Joy Reid. Fuck Kevin Smith. And fuck the Biden administration. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.